postpartum care and hygiene. Wash the hands before you handle the baby. You wash the perineum daily. Have enough rest and sleep. And avoid sexual intercourse until perineal wounds heal. No? Usually, yan din naman ang tanong, kailan daw pwede. No? So, when do you expect the perineal wound to heal? After delivery. No? Usually, within 2 weeks yan, totally healed naman yan. But the patient could still be feeling pain. No? Yung sa akin, what I usually advise the patient, if you are interested in family planning, then it's better that you refrain muna from sexual intercourse until you come for your visit 6 weeks. Kasi usually we give the first family planning method 6 weeks. No? So, totally, kung naka 2 weeks ka na, on the 8th week, pwede na. Nutrition. Ano dapat kinakain? Eat a great amount and a variety of healthy foods, vegetables. Spend more time on nutrition counseling with teen women and adolescents. No? Kasi tumataas din ang ating teenage pregnancy. I don't know if there's the same trend in your area, but here tumataas din ang teenage pregnancy. Encourage breastfeeding. You stress the importance and benefits of breastfeeding. You teach them how to breastfeed properly, anong correct na position, so that complications can be avoided, like nipple sores. Support exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life, and encourage breastfeeding on demand. There is a need to avoid supplementary feeding. Dati, 4 months, na-encourage nyo na. It can wait until 6 months after. And then, of course, you have to talk about birth spacing and family planning. For us to be really avoid complications in pregnancy, we have to push for birth spacing and family planning. Counsel on the importance of family planning. Inform about the contraceptives, the choices, what is ideal for them, no? Especially if you're breastfeeding. No? It should be free and informed choice. And you have to give them not only yung biases mo, kung gusto mo lang na pills ang ibibigay mo, or kung gusto mo lang mag-insert ng IUD, na yun lang ang ituturo mo. Dapat ituro mo lahat ng methods so that they can choose kung ano yung bagay para sa kanila. Yes. A woman who is not exclusively breastfeeding can become pregnant as soon as 4 weeks after delivery kung nagkaroon ng sex. No? That is something that they should know. Kung hindi sila protected, then pwede silang mabuntis. Lalo na kung hindi sila nag-breastfeed. Sometimes, sasabihin sila, nag-breastfeed naman ako. Yun pala, once or twice, mixed feeding na kaagad. No? So, their menstruation can come earlier. So, for lactation amenorrhea to be really effective, she has to breastfeed more than 10 times a day. No? Yun ang dapat na intindihin ng mother. So, what are the options for a breastfeeding woman? Immediately postpartum, pwede yung LAM, condom, BDL, or IUD. But yung IUD, we usually give it 6 weeks postpartum, no? We try to discourage yung right after delivery kasi mataas ang expulsion rate. And then, kung 6 weeks after, they can start with DMPA or yung progestin-only pills, no? Para hindi mawala yung breast milk ng mother. There are some who would come to you kasi I have had patients na doktora kasi sabi sa center, kailangan nagregla muna ako bago ako mag-start. So we have to be uniform in our information. We can start the POP kahit hindi pa nagre-regla, start it. Don't be scared. 6 weeks after, they can start it. And continuous yan. Advise them very well on the proper use of the POP. Kung 6 months after, pwede yung combined pills na. No? And pwede yung natural family planning kung ayaw talaga. No? Baka naman talagang gusto niyang sumunod sa church, then you have the option of cycle beads. Methods for non-breastfeeding women, condoms, IUD, BDL, POP, yung injectables. This is immediate postpartum. 3 weeks after, kung hindi naman nagbe-breastfeed, pwede lang i-start yung combined oral pills or the natural family planning. So, ano naman yung LAM? Lactation amenorrhea method is the first non-contraceptive for postpartum women, but you have to fulfill 3 conditions: exclusive breastfeeding, menstruation has not returned, and it is only good for the first 6 months of delivery. Kasi lalo na kung 4 months pa lang nag-start ng supplementary feeding, then we expect na mas maagang darating yung kanyang ovulation. So she'll not be safe anymore, and she's thinking na akala niya safe pa rin siya. So don't start supplementary feeding until 6 months. And then you tell them, pag 6 months, kahit nag-breastfeed ka pa, hindi na total ang protection mo. You have to use another method if you really don't want to have another child right now. What is the schedule for the return visits? All postpartum women should have at least 2 routine postpartum visits. First visit is first week postpartum, preferably within 48 to 72 hours. Kung malapit lang siya sa clinic ninyo, then 48 hours after, pwede nyo siyang tignan. Then kung medyo malayo, like here, medyo malayo, kung bulubundukin, parang impractical din naman na they will come to you after 2 days. No? So pwede na yung 1 week postpartum. Ang second visit should be 6 weeks postpartum because that's when you usually start the family planning method. And explain to them na kung nakapag-start na sila at 6 weeks, then they can feel confident they will get pregnant after 2 weeks on the method. Women who do not return for postpartum visits should be visited at home. No? Siguro yan yung kulang sa services natin, yung follow-up. So that's my last slide. And I hope you were cleared on some matters. Any questions?
Dr. Romal can accommodate your questions from the audience. Wala pa? Okay. Can we